Okay, we'll welcome everyone along to the November Council meeting. I'll open it with a prayer. Almighty God be with us as we work for the people of the Shire of Moorabool. Grant us wisdom we may care for the Shire as true stewards of your creation. May be aware of the great responsibility placed upon us. Help us to be just in all our dealings and may our work prosper for the good of all. Excuse me. And also now like to read out the acknowledgement of country. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting. I pay my respects to their elders past and present and the Aboriginal elders of other communities who may be here today. This meeting, is recorded in accordance with the Moorabool Shire's meeting procedure, local law. The council will be recording, and the following organisations also have been granted permission to make an audio recording: the Moorabool News and the Star Weekly. All councillors are present or online, so there are no apologies. Confirmation of minutes, confirmation of the ordinary council meeting of the 5th of October, and also the special council meeting of the 26th of October. Move Councillor Ward, second to Councillor Minari. I'll put that. All those in favour? Carried. Thank you. Councillors, are there any disclosure of interest on the items on the business paper? Councillor Ward.
Mr Mayor, I have a conflict of interest with item 12.1, community grants. I'd like to excuse myself, please.
Certainly. I just note that time. Thank you. Public question time. I think we have one question from Mr John Kowalski. I think this question is directed towards Mr Jeffrey. So Mr Jeffrey, please.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. The question is, when will Council build the pedestrian refuge island in Simpson Street as prescribed in the 2020 road safety audit for Mill Park, Balan? And the response is, the construction of the pedestrian refuge island is part of a contract that has been awarded. The project has been delayed due to weather and site conditions. The contractor will commence works once weather and site conditions improve.
Thank you, Mr Jeffrey. And this response will be forwarded through to Mr Kowalski. Thank you very much. Next item of council, next item of business is 9 petitions. There are no petitions. 10 presentation and deputations. There are none. The first item, next moving on to item 11.1, petition regarding the flying of the rainbow flag. There's a recommendation there, councillors. Move Councillor Dudzik, seconded Councillor Ward. Any discussion? I'll put that. All those in favour? Carried. Thank you. The next item of business is item 11.2, community asset grants reports. There are a number of committees that have sent their minutes in for receival by council. Somebody wish to move that, please. Move Councillor Edwards. Seconded, please. Councillor Ward. I'll put that. All those in favour? Carried. Thank you. Item 12.1. Please note that Councillor Ward is leaving the chamber. Thank you. Councillors, we have a recommendation there at the bottom of page 11. Is there any questions on that? Any questions or comments? Okay. So is Mullumbimby in our municipality? Is the tennis courts in Mullumbimby in Moorabool?
Yes. Just got a nod. Yes.
Okay. Oh, very good. That's interesting. It's right on the cuts between ourselves and Hepburnshire, so it's good. Councillor, there is a recommendation there. Somebody prepared to move it? Councillor Dudzik, you wish to move the motion? Is there a seconder, please? Councillor Edwards, any dissent? I'll put that. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. Could somebody please invite Councillor Ward back into the meeting, please? Okay. Next item of business is item 12.2, Health and Wellbeing Plan 2021-2025, 1 year. Councillor Ward, for your information, that recommendation was moved as per the business paper. Thank you. Moving on to the Health and Wellbeing Plan 2021-2025, 1 year review. Move Councillor Dudzik, seconded Councillor Minari. Is there any questions or any dissent? Okay, I'll put that. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. The next item of business, item 12.3, Draft Madingley Park Master Plan. And again, there is a recommendation on the business paper, councillors. Move, councillor.
Yeah, can I move that, Mr Mayor, but with a question. I just want to ensure that this is, because this is going out for consultation, that we ensure we go to the Bacchus Marsh Heritage group, because they've got a lot of history of Madeline Park and they may have some specific things that we could look at.
Thank you. Just duly noted.
Duly noted.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr CEO.
Councillor Ward seconded. Any dissent, councillors? I'll put that. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. The next item of business, item 12.4, Bacchus Marsh Bowls Club draft heads of agreement. There's a recommendation to authorise the CEO to execute the heads of agreement. So, councillor, any?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Excuse me. Move, councillor Edwards. Seconded, councillor Ward. Any dissent? I'll put that. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. Next item of business is 13.1, Finance Policy Update. There is a recommendation there, councillors. Someone prepared to move that, or a question, please? Move, councillor Ward. Seconded. Councillor Edwards. Any dissent? I'll put that. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. The next item of business is item 14.1, petition Claren Lau Road, Lau. There's a recommendation there, councillors. Any questions, or someone prepared to move that, please? Move, councillor Dudzik. Second to councillor Minari. Any dissent? I'll put that. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. Next one is item 14.2. This is in relation to an alternate recommendation. We have an alternate recommendation, councillors, which has been sent to councillors. Thank you, Mr. CEO. So there's an alternate recommendation with regards to this particular motion. I'm assuming, councillor Ward, you want to move that? Is there a seconder for that?
I'll second it, but I'll just request that we make one minor amendment that councillor Ward would consider. So where we say in point 4, the very last line says toilets and barbecues are considered appropriate. I'd like to remove the word appropriate, just say are considered for inclusion. So just remove the word appropriate? Yeah. Okay. Everyone quite clear on that, councillors? You happy with that as the mover? So, councillors, this is the alternate motion with that change suggested by councillor Edwards and accepted by councillor... Mr Mayor, I didn't turn this on, so councillor Berry may not have heard what I proposed in the amendment. Sorry, do you wish to... Sorry, Councillor Berry, do you wish to repeat that, councillor? Yeah, so just for your benefit, councillor Berry, because I didn't turn on the microphone, I just requested that we remove the word appropriate in paragraph 4 and just said are considered for inclusion.
Councillor? Right, thank you, councillor Edwards. Thanks, Mr Mayor. That's fine, thank you. Okay.
So we have that alternate motion, councillors. There's been any dissent? Councillor Berry, have your hand up there. Is that just a legacy or just...
That's just a legacy. Thank you, Mr Mayor. Sorry, can I just ask a question?
Certainly.
On the appropriate? So can you point me in the direction I've got the recommendation up?
So it's bullet point number 4, where the very last line it says toilets and barbecues are considered.
Do you have the alternate recommendation that was came through this afternoon, councillor Berry?
Yes, I do.
It's on point 4, and it's on the very bottom line where the word appropriate is to be removed.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Is that okay?
Yep, that's fine. Thank you.
Again, councillors, is there any dissent? I'll put that. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. Moving along. Other reports? There are none? No other reports, Mr CEO?
No, Mr Mayor.
Notice of motion, 16.1, referring to the 50th anniversary of the Bacchus Marsh Lion Club. Councillor Ward, you actually put this motion forward, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr Mayor. I did put forward, and I had a great deal of pleasure in putting forward this notice of motion. It's come to my attention that the Bacchus Marsh Lions Club celebrated their 50th anniversary in 2022, and I consider it fitting that Moorabool Shire Council recognise this milestone, as history recalls that many hundreds of volunteers over those 50 years have generously and selflessly donated thousands of their hours doing charitable work to benefit Bacchus Marsh and surrounding communities, and this generosity and dedication to social improvement has provided significant benefit for the community over this period, and in doing so has enriched and brought great joy to countless residents. I thank the Bacchus Marsh Lions Club for their community service, and I commend their 50-year anniversary.
Okay. Thank you, Councillor. Is there a second to that, please? Councillor Dudzik? Yeah. I won't ask, is there any dissent? I don't think there would be any, but I better ask it anyway. Is there any opposition, councillors? I'll put that. All those in favour? And I think it's very good. You know, volunteer groups need to be appreciated, and I think this is part. They do a fantastic job right across our municipality. So thank you for that. Moving along, no notices of rescission. We'll move on to reports before we go into urgent business. Mayor's report. I'll put that there. Just, if I may, councillors, I'd just like to, at the MAV State Council, I was handed this award for the National Award for Local Government for Moorabool Shire Council Hide and Seek Music Festival, which is a great outcome considering there's only about 2 nominations in the whole of Victoria, and a council like ours was able to successfully obtain this, and congratulations to all those council staff who are involved in this. And we've got a fairly big chunk of glass to go along with it, which I should hold it up. I might need a hand, which is the award. So congratulations to all those involved. It's a great outcome, and I think it really reflects well on the unit and everyone associated with it. So we can give ourselves a pat on the back. Thank you for that, and congratulations to all those involved. Thank you, Mr. CEO. Yeah, if someone, just on the Mayor's report, someone prepared to move that we receive? Move Councillor Tatchell, seconder. Sorry, a question.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. We did have a notice of motion on the...
Yeah, but we have to do an urgent business.
Yeah,
that's all I've got. That's what I said before, with your indulgence. Thank you.
I didn't want it to get lost.
No, that's not lost.
But I'll move your report anyway.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Is there a seconder? Councillor Edwards, thank you. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. I'll just go around council reports. I'll start on my left. Councillor Ward, any reports, please?
Nothing to report, Mr. Mayor, but I would say, and I join you in commemorating the Bacchus Marsh Police Station Aboriginal flag raising event today. It was a fantastic event, and it was warmly received by everyone that was in attendance. So well done.
Thank you for that. Councillor Minari, any reports, please?
Nothing to report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Tatchell, any council reports, please?
Nothing to report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Berry, any council reports, please?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. On the 25th of October, I attended the funding announcement by Michaela Settle, member for Buninyong, for the funding for the Aqualink Trail, and also later on in the day, on the 25th of October, attending the funding announcement by Michaela Settle, member for Buninyong, once again for the Darley Park play space. Both of these announcements contributing to the health and wellbeing of our community. Will be great to see residents of all ages out and about enjoying these amenities. And on the 26th of October, I attended the Children's Week event at the Town Hall in Bacchus Marsh. The families having lots of fun with their children. I believe there was about 100 children attended that day. It was fantastic, everybody getting up and dancing and singing to music and playing various ball games. Well done to our youth team. That's all, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Berry. Councillor Dudzik, any council reports, please?
Yeah, on the 13th of October, I attended the MAV dinner where I got an award for 10 years as a councillor. They also recognised Councillor Thatchell and Councillor Edwards at that event. On the 25th of October, I attended, along with the Mayor and Councillor Berry, a funding announcement from Michaela Settle regarding Aqualink and the Darley Park Playground. Great projects, and I'm glad that they've got funding announcements. And today I attended the Bacchus Marsh Police Station with Councillor Ward and the Mayor, where they had the Aboriginal flag raising event, and the Mayor performed excellent.
Thank you for that. Well, that's praise indeed, thank you. Indeed. Councillor Edwards, any reports, please?
Nothing to report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you for that, thank you. Somebody move that all council reports be received, please. Councillor Minari, Councillor Ward, all those in favour? It's carried, thank you. Next thing, councillor, is urgent business. I'll go around the same way. Councillor Ward, do you have any urgent business, please?
No, Mr Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Minari, any urgent business, please?
No urgent business, Mr Mayor.
Okay. Councillor Tatchell, I think you circulated a bit of urgent business. Do you want to give it a bit of a speech, a bit of a discussion to it before we put it? Has to be accepted by council normal procedure. So just a bit of an overview, if you wouldn't mind, please.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. Obviously, I'm very pleased that Phil and his team could put together a report so quickly. As requested at the last meeting, to have an urgent reprisal of the budget in terms of damage being done by the constant rains. And it's great to see that we've actually been able to produce a report that quickly to make some adjustments to make sure that we can actually try and get on top of some of this damage that's been done by the La Nina.
Okay, thank you. As under council's local law, Councillor Tatchell wishes this matter to be brought into urgent business. So we have to get. You will move that it go into urgent. That it be accepted, and then if it's accepted, then we'll go to the item itself. So you'll move that be accepted.
Thank you,
Is there a
Mr. Mayor.
seconder for that? Councillor Edwards. All those in favour? Thank you. Now, Councillor Tatchell, to the substantive part of your motion, please.
Yeah, thanks, Mr Mayor. So I move the motion that council delegates the Chief Executive Officer to increase the road maintenance budget of up to $600,000 to address deterioration of the road network. And part two would be request development of a communication plan to inform the community of rectification works. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there a seconder for that, please? Councillor Minari. Any opposition? Yes, Councillor Edwards. Yes, please.
I'll get it right eventually. Just my question in relation to this, and it's probably of officers, how much additional defects have we received as a result of the rains, just to give us an idea?
Okay. Mr Jeffrey, you want to respond to that?
Through you, Mr Mayor, I couldn't quantify it at the moment. We've got, not only have we got the additional maintenance through just normal potholes and whatever, but we've got the damage from storms, so they're sort of intertwined. I couldn't quantify it right now.
So a significant amount of this extra as well.
It'd be more than double, yeah.
Just subsequent, if I may.
Certainly.
So, noting we obviously can't fix every road overnight, what sort of time frame are we looking at to try and get back to some sort of a semblance?
Okay. Mr Jeffrey, you had to respond to that,
Through you,
please.
Mr Mayor. So our plan is to try and hit it as hard as we can, as early as we can. We obviously need a bit of a break in the weather to get things moving on the ground, but we're organising contractors to get mobilised well before Christmas. We want to have a lot of the storm damage rectified prior to Christmas, and then the sealed roads will probably take a bit longer than that to get organised. But yeah, I'm hoping early in the new year would be back on track, subject to weather being kind to us.
Okay. Thanks, Mr Jeffrey. Okay. Any further questions? We have a mover and a seconder. Any opposition? Any opposition? No. Okay. I'll put that all those in favour. Thank you. Councillor Berry, any urgent business, please?
No, thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Dudzik, any urgent business, please?
No, thank you, Mr Mayor.
Councillor Edwards, any urgent business, please?
No, Mr Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Councillors, before we go into the closed session of the meeting, we might just sort of, we might just move, we'll just adjourn for perhaps 5 minutes so the gallery, if there's any questions, and that we can then resume in 5 minutes, if that's okay, before we go into confidential. So just to make the gallery aware, we're going into confidential. We'll have a 5-minute break, so if there's anything you wanted to talk to anyone about, please do so before we go into confidential. So we'll just take a 5-minute break. It's quite, say about 6:25?
So moved, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Edwards, seconded. Councillor Ward, all those in favour? Carried, thank you.